Coach, I know you hate to see a guy like Martin Emerson go out so early in the game for targeting, but on the other side of that, what'd you think of DCam and what he did to come in there and fill in his shoes?
Yeah, DCam did a nice job. I can't remember exactly what play of the game that was, third play or probably no more than about 5 in at most. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he played every snap the rest of the game. DCam did, and I don't think he gave up a reception in man coverage. There's probably a couple things technique-wise here and there that Coach McBath he wanted to watch with him or get some things cleaned up. But for the most part, he performed admirably and did his job. Relative to whatever his assignment was in the overall call. So
I know it could be different, but depending on the situation. But you almost, as a coach, prefer to have guys not even think about it and just go in there and not have time to think about it.
Me and Coach McBath, I think we kind of joked about that. It's probably worked out for the best the way it did, because if someone had told me, hey, you're going to be without Martin for the entire game, I'd be pretty nervous. So it's probably a good thing for me. And then obviously I think for DCam, there's no time to think about it. Hey, you're up. So, and he did a nice job. We're proud of him.
Without Fred Peters as well, Sean Preston kind of stepped in there and did a good job, which you kind of see from Preston and obviously the pick. But beyond that, which you kind of see.
Like I said, we're to that time of the year, right, where you got to have a next man up mentality, and there's no excuses. You got to find a way to get the job done. Obviously, those are two great examples of that. DCam and then Sean did some really good things. Obviously, they went to take a shot there right after I think it was right after the targeting, the very next play, and he intercepts the pass. That's a big time play. I mean, that completely flips the momentum. So good stuff.
For Cam Young to come down with an interception, what does that say about your D-line making plays like that?
Yeah, I think the ball bounced our way several times the other night. Obviously, we'll take that whenever we can get it. But on that particular, that's a credit to a guy flipping and starting to chase the football. Tyrus gets his hands up and bats a dig route, tips the ball up in the air, and because Cam's the kind of guy who's going to turn and chase the football, good things happen when you do that. So it's good to see those things that you talk about in meetings and try to preach that, hey, there's going to have a benefit. You never know when, but good things happen when you're willing to run the ball. Now we actually have a clip we can show D linemen and show them they get interceptions for it.
Along those lines of you talking about next man up, Sean gets dinged up and Corey Ellington pops in there. Seems like you've mentioned him in previous weeks, and you're starting to have more trust.
You don't be surprised if you see him in there. And he's played some special teams now.
Yeah.
All right, so he's been in there on special teams, done some good stuff. And it was his time. So he had to go in there and wet his beak a little bit. He did a good job. We were glad to get Sean, back out there. But I think you'll see more Corey as the season goes on.
KJ Jefferson looks more like a linebacker than quarterback, Arkansas quarterback. Just what do you tell your unit about defending that guy, capable of a lot of different things?
Better put a couple extra layers of padding on underneath shoulder pads, man. He runs around you, over you, through you. Not to mention the stable of running backs they have. I mean, we're talking about they're the fourth best rushing offense in the country right now, averaging 250 yards a game, and so there's a lot of sleepless nights right now on the defensive staff, because when a team can line up and impose their will on you, that way, and march the ball down the field, running the football, that's not a very, very fun feeling as a defense, and so we have quite the challenge ahead of us.
You guys